Welcome, Gemini. This is Regina from Pacific Tarot getting ready to do your August general reading for the entire month of August. I've laid out the axis of the horoscope reading, and I will clarify with the African Tarot and finish off with an oracle reading. I always lay down the 10th house first because the 10th house, the midheaven, is the highest star in the sky. But when I clarify, I will begin reading with the first house and clarify the spokes of the wheel. I want to thank all of you who have donated, liked, subscribed, commented, shared my channel. It is greatly appreciated. And let's get started, Gemini, with an overall energy reading for August. And the card I have is the Ace of Swords. The Ace of Swords indicates illumination. It indicates clarity. It indicates your ability to be inspired to pursue a new version of the truth, a new vision of the truth. It also can indicate your beginning a process of clarification, the pursuit of truth or knowledge, and the welcoming of ideas, the facility with the exchange of ideas, and the ability to speak, articulate, or communicate in an effective way that can open up a conversation, a deeper discourse. In the 10th house, the house of your social position, the way others see you, we have the Queen of Pentacles. And Gemini, this indicates that you are seen as a resource in your community. You're seen as a leader, as a manager, as someone who can facilitate and model resourcefulness, stability, security, protection, and an economic foundation. This is you understanding deeply how to generate abundance. Quite often this is material abundance, comfort, and luxury, so that you are in a position to not only share the method by which you've obtained your resources, your abundance, your wealth, your prosperity, but you're also a model of generosity, being in such a position that everything you do generates abundance and puts you in a position to share that and distribute it freely, lovingly, and in a way that provides nurturance and support to others. In the first house, your perspective is very much focused on expansion and growth. So this is a time, Gemini, when you are actually exploring, researching, networking, looking into different ways to do business, to do something that you have done in a certain way consistently, looking for new ways to do that, new ways to build, new methods of creativity, so that not only are you expanding and spreading your message or your efforts more broadly, but you are personally interested in the growth that this expansion can afford. So this is you in a mode of exciting discovery in the month of August. In the fourth house, we have the Ten of Swords. The Ten of Swords has been shared in this position by a number of other signs and really is giving me a picture of the incredible amount of work that you have been undergoing within your own development, self-development. The Ten of Swords indicates that you have very consistently and carefully, with a lot of courage, been able to dig deep and look at those uncomfortable patterns, habits, thoughts, attitudes that have limited your effectiveness or your activities in the outer world. You have made a seismic shift from a sense of victimhood, of continual frustration, as you have assumed and carried the load or the responsibility for many people and many tasks. However, that has not netted you the address to your needs, that has not satisfied you, that has not been victorious in your estimation, but rather has been marred by disappointment, heartache, betrayal, and not receiving the credit that you deserve. This is a process you've been through over a long period of time, and you have learned the tools by which you can understand, assess, evaluate your alliances and resources, and separate yourself from those things that do not serve you. In the seventh house, the house of your significant others, we have the Eight of Cups. And here we're experiencing a different kind of frustration in our relationships. This is a frustration born not of adversity, but a frustration born of familiarity, a big emotional investment in relationships, in an environment, in a family or a group, or even a job that you have done for a long period of time that is no longer satisfying to you. You've outgrown the situation. The familiarity feels stifling, and your sense of stuckness is being remedied by your resolve to move on and find meaning elsewhere. So this is you not dropping these relationships, this effort or work, but moving on to something new, continuing on to something new that will provide you with that meaning that you are hungry for, that fulfillment that you are longing for. I'm going to clarify the Knight of Wands here with the Lover's card in the second house and the Knight of Pentacles in the third house. So you are at a point of making a decision, of considering a new effort, and this effort is one that you have been researching. This is coming from a set of skills or an environment that you are well familiar with, you are skilled in, you are passionate about, and you now have an opportunity to consider the way forward anew, to decide if opportunities available are right for you, which path to pick, which opportunity will suit you best. And this opportunity is allowing you, this consideration of an opportunity is encouraging you to, again, plan the steps forward, strategize as to how this opportunity can fit you. You have the passion, you have the skills, you have the determination. Now you are considering the way in which to proceed through this process of stabilizing this opportunity, growing or building this new project that is available to you and that you are in the midst of considering. The Ten of Swords in the fourth house is clarified by the Five of Wands in the fifth house and the Wheel of Fortune in the sixth house. So there is an issue, there is a problem to solve. There is a problem that has always existed with this particular arena of activity. Whatever business, work you do, creative media that you employ to express yourself has entered you. You're entering into a very competitive field, a very field that is full of other creators, other builders, other passionate players who are enterprising players who are all looking for a solution, an expression that can be that can help them to express themselves more clearly and productively. The competition that you've experienced in the past is a little different now, in that you are not uncomfortable to distinguish yourself, to be an outlier, to not fit into the group. in a way that seemed unacceptable or undoable for you in the past. At this point, your efforts are marked and distinguished by your originality, by your difference from others. This is a very challenging field in which to differentiate yourself, but your unique vision, your individual path toward fortune is being recognized and understood for the connection, the intuitive power that you contain, that you not only are holding and are connecting through, but that you are able to express within a very expressive industry, within a crowded field of competitors. You're able to participate and yet distinguish your unique path and your unique expression and way of working. The way that you worked in the past did not favor you necessarily. You felt excluded, but now the tribe, the group, your peers are recognizing your value outside of the box, outside of the circle, beyond the path that is prescribed. The Eight of Cups in the 7th house is clarified by the Page of Swords in the 8th house and the Six of Wands in the 9th house. It is your ability to observe your behaviors, your thoughts, to consider the sources of information that you are seeking out, your willingness to follow up and be a beginner at this new stage or phase of your expression, your creation. You are being recognized by that. You are being rewarded for your ability to be observant, to be a witness, and to hold close to your truth, as it feels as though the universe has given you permission to express yourself in your own unique way. And as a result, the impact on you is allowing you to open up your history, your heart, your progress along the route of expressing or building or creating this new thing in such a way that you willingly understand that with all your background, skills, and experience, you are setting off on a new journey, a new opportunity to understand yourself and release your expression of your own experience in a way that is being recognized and rewarded and is actually inspiring others to include you in places where you were formerly excluded. The Queen of Pentacles in the 10th house is clarified by the Queen of Swords in the 11th house and the Queen of Wands in the 12th house. Yeah, there's a lot of energy that you are bringing in that is welcoming your own development, your own discovery of self, your own expression of self, and that is netting you a tremendous amount of confidence, security, motivation, and the ability to motivate others. So you are on an interesting path of exploration, Gemini, and expression, in which the way in which the universe is recognizing you, acknowledging your difference, your uniqueness, is really sending you a message of support, love, favor at this time, something that may be unique to your general experience in your work or your industry, within your family, or even among your peers. You are being invited to explore more for yourself in order to clearly express your path, your journey, your expression that is truly connected up with the ability of the larger community, your larger community of co-workers, teams, alliances, associations, affiliations that you have with like-minded individuals, where you are an arbiter of discourse, where you are an arbiter of opinions, taste, development of new vehicles and opportunities for you to express and pursue your truth among all the versions of truths that exist. But you are being a model, a highly receptive and intuitive model for others as a wealth and fountain of a model of communication, a model of sharing, a model of passionate discovery and owning that power. I'm going to finish up this reading, Gemini, with an oracle card from the language of flowers and the crystal oracle. And something fell right out, and I'm going to take what's on top. And I picked the Lenten rose, and the key word is protection. Conserve what you have. Save a little. This is interesting. This is filling out the sense that I am gaining about this tremendous store and treasure of information and process that you have to share with others. Something that you have been able to protect along the way, particularly during times when what you had to offer was not as popular, was not as well received as it apparently is. Your audiences, your peers are opening up to what you have to say and what your experience has been. So I am interpreting this protection as the same ability to have faith and belief in who you are and what you have to offer, because the time for you to share it with the world is here. And I'm going to leave it there, Gemini. Thank you for your time and attention. Until next time, namaste.